Alright, let's just clear this up right away. Yes, it is absolutely possible to get Australian Permanent Residency, PR, even if you don't have a job offer. Many people assume that without a job lined up, your chances of getting into Australia are pretty much non-existent, like trying to sneak into a VIP party with no invite. But here's the reality. Australia isn't just letting people in without jobs. They're actively encouraging it in some cases. That's because the Australian government has a points-based immigration system designed to attract skilled individuals, not just those with employment contracts. They understand that talent isn't limited to those already employed. So if you have the qualifications, work experience, English proficiency, and a skill that's in demand, you can absolutely be considered for a PR visa. And if you've been sitting there thinking a job offer is your only golden ticket into Australia, think again. In this video, we're diving into how you, even without an employer waiting for you, can still secure your PR visa and make the move. From navigating the skilled migration pathways to choosing the right visa subclass, we're going to break it all down. Let's get into it. The popular job offer myth. First things first, there's this myth floating around that unless you have a job in Australia, you might as well not bother applying. Australia's migration system isn't only based on employment offers. In fact, a big chunk of the system is points-based, which means if you've got the right skills, qualifications, age, and a few other ingredients, you can get invited without a single employer caring who you are. So no, you don't need to DM every random Aussie company on LinkedIn begging for a job. Australia's skilled migration system is more like Tinder than a job fair. It's all about matching. If your profile matches what the government is looking for, you get invited. The visa options that don't need job offers. Let's talk actual visas now. If you're jobless but skilled, you're in luck. These three visa subclasses are your best friends. Skilled Independent Visa, Subclass 189, Skilled Nominated Visa, Subclass 190, and Skilled Work, Regional, Provisional, Visa, Subclass 491. The Subclass 189 is for the lone wolves. No sponsor, no job offer, no employer, just you, your skills, and a convincing application. If your occupation is on the skills list and you score enough points, you can get invited for this visa. You don't have to live in a specific state, and you're free to choose your city, roam around, and even change jobs. It's permanent residency from the get-go. No conditions, no strings, just pure Aussie PR. But here's the catch. It's competitive. Like getting front-row Coldplay tickets kind of competitive. You need high points, usually 85 to 95 plus points for most occupations. The Subclass 190 is a sponsored but still chill visa, which is a bit more cooperative. You need a state or territory government to nominate you, but still no employer required. If your occupation is on the state's occupation list, you can apply for nomination, and if they like your profile, boom! 5 extra points and a PR visa. You'll be expected to live and work in that state for a couple of years. But hey, it's not jail. You just need to hang around long enough not to look like you used them for the visa and ghosted. It's permanent too, and a great option if your points aren't high enough for the 189 pathway. The Subclass 491, which I like to call the Regional Hustler Visa, is technically a temporary visa, is still a great route to PR. You get 5 years to live and work in regional Australia. And yes, that still includes nice places with cafes and internet, not just the outback. State governments or eligible relatives can sponsor you, and again, no job offer needed. After 3 years of living and earning in regional Australia, you can apply for permanent residency. Think of it like Australia saying, "Come live in a quieter part of the country, prove you can survive, and we'll give you the golden ticket." How to actually do this, step by step. Now let's turn theory into action. No one wants another "you need enough points" speech without knowing what that actually means. So, let's break down what you need to do. Step 1. Check if your occupation is on a list. Go to the skill occupation lists. Yes, plural because there are multiple. Find your occupation, and if it's not there, sorry, come back as a different person. If it is there, proceed with confidence. Step 2. Get a skills assessment. You can't just say, I'm an engineer, and expect Australia to believe you. You need to get assessed by a relevant authority, like Engineers Australia, ACS, VITASS, etc., who will confirm your work experience and qualifications. This is like a background check, but for your career. So, don't mess it up. Step 3. Calculate your points. The minimum to apply is 65, but realistically you want to aim higher for more points through your age, English test, work experience, education qualifications, Australian study or work experience, partner skills, and state nomination. This is where you do your homework and try to squeeze every last point like it's lemon over fish and chips. Step 4. Submit an expression of interest. You don't apply directly for the visa. First, you submit an EOI on Skill Select, which is like raising your hand in class and saying, "Pick me." The government and states browse through these and send invitations. The EOI is free, but make sure you're accurate. No bluffing. Step 5. Wait for an invitation. Once your EOI is in, you wait. It could be for weeks, months, and sometimes it feels like waiting for your crush to reply. You can improve your chances by updating your EOI regularly, applying to multiple states, or watching out for state-specific requirements. Step 6. Get invited and apply for visa. If you're invited, congrats. Now you apply officially. This is where you upload documents, pay the fees, and wait again. Visa processing times vary, anywhere from a few months to over a year, depending on your case. But once approved, you're in. Permanent resident, full rights, except voting, Medicare access, and pathway to citizenship. It's the whole package. Common misconceptions. Let's clear up a few classic misconceptions. Not having Australian work experience. That's okay. While it can be helpful, it's not essential. Strong overseas experience and solid English can still open doors. If you're worried about being over 40, yes, you lose some points with age, but with strong qualifications, good English, and state nomination, it's still very possible to succeed. And if you think you can't survive without a job lined up, many permanent residents arrive and start job hunting after landing. If you've qualified for the visa, chances are you've got the skills to find work. Just don't expect someone holding a job offer at the airport. And as for regional Australia being nothing but desert and snakes, not quite. Cities like Adelaide, Hobart, and Canberra are considered regional, yet they're modern, livable, and even trendy in their own ways. All right, rapid-fire bonus tips. English is your golden goose. High English scores give you up to 20 points. Practice like your life depends on it. Apply to less popular states, as Northern Territory, Tasmania, South Australia, often have easier criteria because they want people. And finally, have a plan B. If PR looks tough, consider student or regional visas that lead to PR down the line. You don't need a job offer to get Australian PR. What you do need is a strategy, good English, a relevant occupation, and a decent point score. Build your case. Stay consistent, and don't fall into the panic spiral just because you don't have a job lined up.